The Brian Tracy Show is dedicated to bringing you business experts that reveal their proven strategies to help you thrive in the new economy. Brian Tracy has authored 52 books. He's consulted to more than 10,000 companies and has spoken to over 5 million people worldwide. Please welcome your host, Brian Tracy.
Hello, I'm Brian Tracy and welcome to the Brian Tracy Show. Tonight on our show, we have Joe Rickards, one of the foremost authorities in one of the most important areas of investment and financial success in the world today. Joe, thank you very much for being here.
Brian, it's my absolute pleasure. Thank you for having me on your show.
Now tell me, Joe, what exactly do you do?
I'm a real estate investment specialist. Brian, I've made millions of dollars in real estate, but I've also learned a lot of very costly lessons along the way. You know, I've been there and I've done that in the real estate world, and I've paid the price in a lot of respects, that I can now help other real estate investors avoid the costly mistakes that I made. I can help them fast track their investment success, help them go from here to success much quicker.
Okay, and how do you do that? What's your process?
Well, Brian, imagine if you were a real estate entrepreneur.
Yes.
And a wealthy real estate expert offers to take you under his wing,
right,
and show you the ropes of investing in big real estate.
Right.
And then he tells you, okay, now go out there, find some great deals in big real estate, bring them back to me, and if I like them, I may joint venture invest with you, and I may even put up all the cash.
Wow.
In a nutshell, that's the opportunity we provide our inner circle members.
So you teach people how to go out and find properties that are available at properly priced based on formulas that you teach, and bring them back, and if you like the properties, you may or may not go in with them on a 50-50 basis or something like that.
Yeah, you got the right idea. I mean, let me tell you a story that relates to me. I found the number one reason that I and other investors stay playing small real estate, single family homes and smaller, and we don't make it to the big leagues where most of the money is made, quite frankly, because there's less people competing in that real estate arena. I was with a joint venture partner, Dennis Payne, in Kansas City one time, and we came across the deal of all real estate deals. I mean, this is a deal that we all look for as real estate investors. So it was an estate sale, and the heirs were fighting over everything, and it was just, they wanted out quick. It was a 20-something story concrete high-rise right in the downtown financial district of Kansas City, and it was appraised at $20 million there and abouts. We could have bought it for $1 million.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
Yes.
But the problem was we didn't have $1 million, and I didn't have any wealthy investors at that time, so we lost out on that. The guy that had the $1 million, though, he walked home with a cool $19 million smile on his face that day.
Wow. And so you teach people how to put together this kind of money to be able to take advantage of those deals?
Well, Brian, what I've learned through my 20-year career is that having fast access to cash is the number one most important secret to success, like I say, in playing a bit bigger real estate game. And so having all these great deals slip through my fingers, and I won't even tell you how much that, sort of cost me. But I realized, so I started a decade ago cultivating relationships with very wealthy individuals that are looking to invest and play in the real estate game. So now what we offer our inner circle members is the ability, we have investors that can write the multi-million-dollar checks like that if they like the deal that we bring to them. And we're all about creating win-win situations and doing deals together and making it win for everyone.
So what is it that makes you different or unique or superior to other real estate investors?
Well, Brian, I've studied with some leading experts in real estate and business, and I'm really fortunate to have had incredible business partners. One of them would be the former director of the World Bank, and we currently have a billionaire on our board of advisors. So as a business and personal development expert yourself,
yes,
have you heard the fact that only 3% of people that don't have a coach or a mentor actually succeed at meeting their goals?
Right.
The flip side of that is where the power is. That it means that if you only have a coach or a mentor and you build that into your life and commit to that, it gives you a 97% chance of success. I mean, talk about stacking the deck for success. That's what I'm passionate about for our members. We set them up with expert real estate mentors. And I'm not talking about just doing theoretical stuff, classroom stuff, which is common out there.
Right.
I'm talking about experts that have done really big deals that will sit down with you, roll up their sleeves, and actually make deals happen.
That's wonderful. So what you do is you offer an inner circle, which is a mentorship, where you teach and train people to go out and find deals, and then you help put them together and come up with the cash.
Exactly.
That's the deal.
That's it, Brian.
That's wonderful. Now, can you tell me of a success story of someone who came to you who may have not have been doing well before and is now doing extremely well?
Sure, just Daryl Torian, because it's kind of something new and exciting has happened in his life this year. I wouldn't say he wasn't successful. He's an engineer and family man, 3 kids, married. Worked in an executive level position with a Fortune 500 company. And so I taught him, mentored him in real estate. And he was one of those guys that went out and did it. And just deal after deal, he never looked back. 100 some odd properties later, now he's buying entire apartment buildings as well. And the cool thing is, my favorite part, is that he just this year has been able to replace his income from his executive job. So he quit his career, and now he does for a living what he loves. And he sees his family, his kids and his wife. So he's living, the dream. He's doing what he loves to do, which really charges me.
Well, everybody's great goal is freedom. And freedom requires financial independence, and that seems to be what you are offering with your mentorship.
Yes, absolutely, Brian. We're all about creating win-win for everybody and taking real estate investors from where they're at to the next level in their game so they can play in a higher level of real estate where most of the money's made.
Right. Now, could you give some advice to real estate investors or potential real estate investors who are watching this interview? What advice would you give people who are just looking at it and there's so many moving parts?
Well, Brian, the advice I'd give any budding real estate investor is the same advice I'd give any businessman. Whatever it is that you want to do, stack the deck for success. So first and foremost, get a mentor. Get somebody that's already been there and done that, that's successful.
Right.
Follow them. Life's too short to reinvent the wheel yourself.
Well, that's a great piece of advice because I made a couple of real estate mistakes myself recently, and I have very good, successful real estate friends who could have been my mentors, and I failed to ask them. And when I should have deked right, I deked left, and that was a big deke. So you're right. Getting advice from the experts is really important. Now, in today's turbulent economy, people want to survive and thrive, and they need everything going for them possible. What advice would you give people facing this economy today?
Well, Brian, as you know, I just co-authored a book called The Next Big Thing. And that's exactly what we looked at. We said, let's go out and take a look at businesses that are thriving in today's economy. We said, what are they doing differently? What's a common denominator of why they're thriving? Well, what we found is, ask and you shall receive was the old economy. Give and you shall receive is the new economy. Over-deliver value and fall in love with your clients and your customers, and you'll thrive in the new economy.
Absolutely right. I agree with you. Thank you so much, Joe.
Thank you, Brian, for having me on the show. My real pleasure.